Thank you for your time.
Well, hello. It's Margie, MissChess.com. Wearing my father's shirt. He taught me chess. And here is a knight from his chess set. One of the knights. Yes, and he was so disappointed with the way Chess.com was not paying me, rather. And, yes, it is a shame what happened, but I'm determined to be paid for my work, for all my work. I see from one of my screenshots that I had said years ago, uncharacteristically, but, rather in desperation, I called the owners of Chess.com, if I'm quoting myself properly, life-sucking thieves and liars. And they did suck the life right out of the job. They sucked all the fun out of it. But it's gonna be fine because somebody's gonna pay me. Somebody's gonna pay me. And, as it happens, that's one of my songs for my Broadway show. It's called They Sucked. Oh, yes, they sucked. Oh, yes, they sucked. Yes, they sucked the fun out of it. So, I'm still working on the lyrics, but, I think it's got good chorus possibilities, and it'll be a big hit with the folks, So, oh, yes, they sucked. You can hear the chorus going, oh, yes, they sucked. Oh, yes, they sucked. Oh, yes, they sucked. Oh, yes, they sucked. They sucked the fun out of it. And they didn't pay me. Ha ha. I was going to be a nun. That was my first job choice. I was going to be a nun. Then I was going to be a teacher. And I thought about being on Saturday Night Live. And, local hero, Richard Pryor, and all the rest. And, Steve Martin with his French stuff got me going. And I had a wonderful couple of French teachers in high school that kept me on the straight and narrow. And very grateful for that. And I was able to be a French teacher for a while, and that was wonderful. All my teaching was wonderful. Although, yes, well, we're going to address that, aren't we? Actually, what happened was I need to report on these schools, how bad they were. How bad they were. Oh, my goodness sakes. But we'll get to that. So anyway, yes, the thing is about the nun, it's so funny. Because I'm just supposed to be good and help the poor. Trying to be good and help the poor. That's what I got out of my home life. And the thing about the nun thing is, it's as if for the last 25 years, and even in my 20s when I was a student, it's like, wow, I've taken the vow of poverty here. But you know what? It would be fine, but I've really suffered. Like, I went overboard. I'm so successful. I got too successful at the poverty part. And, too soft. You're so non-threatening, I was told, outside of the St. Louis Chess Club. Well, that's my problem. I'm just so easygoing. People take advantage of me, but I do advocate for myself, and I'm motivated and all the rest. And it's just not right what happened to me. And I'm in desperation. And the Pope talked about the fullness of life. And, a famous feminist scholar talks about thriving, yes, and being humanized at work, and having proper pay, and so on, and meaningful work that you participate in, and you're part of a team, and Where was that for me? Where was that for me? Youngsters at chess.com. You need to pay me for my work, and you didn't do what you said you'd do, and you didn't do what was right, and there was a lot that was wrong, and I've really gotten a kick out of seeing you ramp up your marketing and imply that you only hire intelligent people, but they have to be kind also. And I know I'm your biggest critic, so you're implying to the world that either I'm not intelligent or I'm not kind. Well, you're not kind. $100 a week? $100 a week. That's about $5,000 a year. And let's see how well that goes over. And you know, when I heard that, oh, that's going to be my pay. I thought, well, I have to humanize myself. I'm going to have to humanize myself around here. Think quickly, think quickly, think quickly. All right then. On one condition. We have to meet at least once a month for 5 to 10 minutes to talk about the work, solve problems, but really so I can humanize myself. I'm not just a cog in a wheel. I mean, I've already given you hundreds of free hours, and I'm told you'll never, never, never be staff. Well, that's a fine how do you do, isn't it? Well, next thing you know, despite my best efforts, a year has gone by. I'm still doing everything I can to try to get that monthly meeting where I'm sure we'll be able to bring this up at the monthly meeting. Why are you on the site all the time? Because I work here. Don't talk to the players. Well, everybody's a player. Jeez. Trying to discourage me at every point, trying to make it so that I'll leave in disgust. I'll leave. And it's just like I had just faced the situation in another job. And that was on the education side, where I had many problems, but the students were wonderful. And don't get me wrong, many of the staff and colleagues were wonderful. And it's like it was meant to be. But, I was discriminated against, really. Why was that? Too educated? Oh, no, I'm too educated. I had to jump through all these hoops, go through another 2 years of school. Even though I had all this experience, I have to go through 2 years of school, and then no one will hire me. No one will hire me. Even though there's a teaching shortage and these failing schools need help. Well, I know where they're failing. For one thing, they don't want people who are qualified. They don't want people who might be from out of town. Oh, we don't know, God, you're probably a Nazi or a hillbilly or something. We don't want you around here, and you're older. You're older. We can't even pronounce your name. Margie. What is that? And what's this about? What's this about being a French major? French? That's too weird. That's too niche. It's too fringe. You're probably fancy and know how to make ratatouille. And you're probably, fashion goddess, and we don't want to look bad. Which is so funny. See, I just love the irony. There's nothing French about me. I love that. I'm certainly not fashionable. Don't know how to make ratatouille. But I love the language. Love teaching it. So anyway, yes, I deserve to live by my children and grandchildren, whom I never see. I'm just 24. Magnus Carlson. I work for you. Do you know why I worked for you? I gave you my best because I didn't want them to beat you. Do you understand? And then they bought you. And now you're all just on the same team. And I'm still out my pay. And I need to be paid. I need to be paid for all of my hours. I'm on a mission from God. You know, the funny thing is, see, because my fun stuff with the being a nun, hey, be good, help the poor. I thought I was helping the poor. I thought I was helping the poor. It just that come, I thought they were too poor to pay me. What did I know? I thought I was helping the poor. And as I love jazz, and I've loved it all my life, and it's been such a part of my life, such a big part, secretly in my heart, I thought, oh my gosh, we gotta make this place a success. I gotta work harder and harder. They can't feed their families. They can't feed their wives. They can't feed their children well. I'm getting into the company just at the right time, and I will be rewarded. And this is meant to be, and it's gonna work out. And I'm just in the right place at the right time. You'll never, never, never be staff, and all the rest. Non-payment. What the hell is that? And I'm not kind. What's this about not being kind? I gave you 10 years to fix the problem of your not paying me, and you didn't take advantage of my kind nature, frankly. But you also don't know that I'm very goal-oriented. And I will not lose. You boys are not going to beat me at this. You will pay me for my work. Or someone will pay me in your name by me telling the story. Yes, that's right. So you say I'm not kind? 1984, where were you? I have a very nice personality. Ah, one of the most mature and responsible, invariably reliable, and well appreciated by the French teaching staff and by her own students. What else? I'm very positive. That's what everybody says. Very positive. I brought exceptional energy and dedication to the company. Yes. Consistently demonstrated both the initiative and the intellectual flexibility to solve the most difficult problems. Importantly, Margie has excellent interpersonal skills. Endeared herself to our staff. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? You didn't find out anything about me. And I was just an outsider the whole time. It's just like, it's so funny and ironic that I would go from being a highly qualified teacher. Nobody wants to hire me. I'm too qualified, or I'm from out of town, or I'm too old, or whatever. And that's an institution run by women, primarily. And then I go from that hellfire into this new hellfire called Chess.com, or Chess World, run by men, particularly young men. I understand. Maybe you don't want to be associated with an older woman, a grandmother. But grandmothers need to eat. And there I was, taking the initiative. I got up for months in the middle of the night for you. For no pay. And it was about job. It was about a job. Well, not only was I a Danny Wrench fan, they're asking for volunteers. Oh, I gotta help that guy. I don't understand. If you've been making a profit since 2010, and it's 2013, why are you asking for volunteers? You want things reliably done, right? And it's like, gosh, first I'm getting up at 3 in the morning. Whatever it was. Early. Putting up the chess moves for the chess tournaments. Talking to the people in chat. Giving them information. You know? It's a lot of sitting. It's a lot of work. I'm like, well, I can make a job out of this. So let me contact them about that. You know, I volunteer, then it's like, yeah, well, you'll never work here, and you're only going to get $100 a week. You know, even though sometimes it's 40 plus hours. can't get them to discuss it. And when I finally do, they're like, just get the hell out. You want money? Get the hell out. Oh, wow, they're really struggling. They really can't pay their families. Oh my God, they're losing their minds. That's why they're mean, because they're just not making any money. No, it turns out, no, they just choose not to pay people. And may I say, I wasn't the only one to say that. I wasn't the first. As it turns out, I didn't know. Exploitation, treating people like contractors, even though legally I do believe my role was a proper staff position. Really an employee. Was I treated like an employee? No. Was I get any benefits of being an employee? No. In fact, it seemed like people were instructed not to talk to me because you don't want her to be too comfortable around here because we don't want her here. She's not going to be part of our staff. We don't want to be associated with grandma, maybe, whatever. Girl from small town Illinois. We don't want anyone like that. And it turns out that it's like such low-hanging fruit. It's like some of this stuff is just so obvious. And I feel so powerful. And I'm very good at deferred gratification, as you can see. But time is up. I deserve to see my grandkids. I deserve to have a full life. I deserve to live with my family like you do. All of you do. All of you have money to do stuff. I can't even get to the doctor. I don't even have transportation, and I should be going. It's quite offensive. It's quite unfair. You're just throwing out money. You're handing $50 bills out on the street. That's my money. That's my money. You're giving money to Pete Buttigieg. That's my money. He also talks about people being fairly paid. Pete Buttigieg has also made comments about people being fairly paid, not being exploited at work. Yeah, you like that talk? You don't like it when it comes out of me. You don't like it when I'm standing up and saying, well, this is what I deserve. And I said it first. Let me tell you, I said it first. Okay, they don't want to be taught by an old lady. Too bad. The point is, I really don't care. You don't want to hire me? Fine. You're going to pay me for all my work, though. You're going to pay me for all my work. Otherwise, it is exploitation. Do you understand? Do you understand me? Am I in your book? MissChess.com? Well, I've arranged. See, I was given a cemetery plot for when which I'm 64, ironically, 64. And I'm not 100%. And I don't get to see my family. But anyway, back to the cemetery. I've arranged with my family that my headstone will say MissChess.com on it. It will say MissChess.com on it. Let's see. Margie, mother, school whistleblower, MissChess.com. But I think it might say mère instead of mother. Gotta get the French part in there. Those are my loves. I got all my loves. Well, and the funny thing is, Saturday Night Live. I wanted to be on Saturday Night Live because did I say about Steve Martin and Richard Pryor? And then I was in an elevator in Boston in the late 70s. Who was in the elevator? Lily Tomlin, great comedian from Laugh-In. I would have loved to do that, but I decided I'd have to move to New York and all that. Anyway, and I'm kind of shy. But, so it's been very hard. Like, how do I put this together? So I guess I'm going to put it together. I mean, I'm very angry about the situation, but on the other hand, there's so much irony as well. So I'm just gonna make little videos about the situation and hope for the best. Somebody's gonna come to my rescue. Maybe I'll work with Roseanne. As I say, I got ideas for songs. And so it's going to be a dream come true. You see? You see? I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish. I became a teacher. I kind of became a nun. Kind of. And now I'm going to be my own little Saturday Night Live in Pumpkin County. Saturday Night Live. And Magnus, I hope you're going to speak up for me just because, out of principle, because I gave you 8 years of my life, which I love because it was meaningful work for me and it's what I love. They don't want anyone like that at just.com. No, it's just lack of respect. Lack of respect, start to finish. Just jerking me around. And I'm saving the universe, yes. Margie Neural saves the world. And you know what? You know what Bobby Fischer said? I'm gonna break your ego. Crush your ego. I feel it coming on. See, I don't want to crush your egos. But I've given you 10 years to make things right, and you haven't. So, we're not giving up. We are certainly not giving up, not me. Not given that you are such an ally of women. Oh, you wish more women applied. Oh, you're just so sad that more women don't apply. Oh, really? Oh, really? And what's this about? You pay everyone like the market, what the market is or above. Bull crap.